back to World of Warships with your host, Brad TC. Today we have Grump Wagon in a ranked battle on the Neighbors map. And Grump has advanced far enough up the food chain. He is fighting at the Tier 8 level, and he's in the Tier 8 American destroyer, the Benson. The Benson and their close sisters, the Gleaves class, were the last American destroyers built pre-war, pre-World War II, and they were succeeded by the similar but improved Fletcher class. Everybody knows the Fletcher class, 175 ships built in 2.5 years, and succeeded by the Sumner and Gearing class of destroyers, which were similar but somewhat bulkier. So the Benson is a fine little ship. It's the Tier 8 destroyer here in World of Warships, then you have the Fletcher at Tier 9, and then you have the Gearing at Tier 10. They are all of a family. Grump comes across the enemy destroyer, and oh my, it looks like a Benson. Big surprise. There's only so many Tier 8 destroyers in the match. And he's exchanging gunfire, but Grump also knows that getting into a shooting match with a Benson is not the best idea. It's too early in the match to die. He's taking serious hits, so he pops his smoke, turns around. He's going to go ahead and get the torpedoes launched. And almost certainly the enemy Benson has launched his torpedoes, but you want to break contact. It's not that a one-on-one duel with a Benson is inevitably a bad thing. It's that when the enemy destroyer detects you, all his supporting ships take the opportunity to open fire on you, and drawing the attention of a bunch of cruisers and other destroyers and battleships even shooting at you, you tend to die very quickly. And there's the enemy torps coming in. Easy dodge. But Grump has noticed the enemy, I believe it's a Tirpitz, is getting a little bit aggressive here. And he's launched a tight spread on him. Grump has the smoke screen protecting him, gets 3 torpedoes into the Tirpitz, opens fire with the guns. He's also spotting the Tirpitz, or somebody else is actually probably spotting the Tirpitz. Yeah, he had a little bit of a derp moment there where he ran aground, and he's got 30 seconds until his torpedoes come back up. But no reason he can't just stare and pepper 5-inch gunfire onto him. And I don't know what Malwarebytes blocked while I was rendering this video, but hopefully it wasn't anything too bad. Alright, so we have got the Tirpitz on fire. Grump's doing a good job of not taking damage, and he's mostly stayed. Well, okay, took a little bit of a hit there. But he polished off the Tirpitz, gets the fire extinguished, opens fire on the is that a Low Yang or is it a Benson? Can't quite tell. The rendering screen is very small. But again, you don't want to spend a whole lot of time in a one-on-one gunfight against a destroyer, not a Tier 8. Basically, your job, you want to spot them, and then let your friendly cruisers and even your friendly battleships pound them. Oh, wow. Enemy battleship took a big hit. He's on critically low health. You see him right there. Grump saw it. He launches his torpedoes. It's kind of a forlorn hope. He's just kind of trying to deny territory to that enemy destroyer. He's broken contact. He's going to catch his breath for a second. He's not engaging. He's just keeping an eye on what's going on. He wants to decide what he wants to do next. He's going to close the range again, regain contact with the enemy. And we've got the capture point. It's an even match so far, basically. We're down 1 ship, 1 cruiser. They're down a battleship. What is out there? Enemy battleship. There's the sinking Tirpitz. Who is that over there? Go ahead and torpedoes are up, so he's going to go ahead and launch on them anyway. And there's that critically wounded enemy ship shows up. I can't quite tell what it is. It looks like it's a Molotov. Soviet Tier 8 cruiser on critically low health, so Grump's just going to go ahead and polish him off. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay, 4 hits is all it took to polish him off. He's down. And some rounds out on this one. I cannot quite tell what that is. Looks like it is it the Nagato? Yamagi. Can't quite see. Again, you have to understand, when I render these and narrate these, I'm on a preview screen. It's about a quarter of the size of my computer screen. Oh, for some reason, this enemy destroyer is just sitting dead in the water. I don't know if he's lost his engines. Yeah, he's lost his engines. Does he not have the last stand capability? But he's in deep trouble. Grump's going to pound this guy hard. Oh, yeah. He's launched torpedoes. It's not going to matter. Grump knows they're coming. He'll be easily able to avoid them. And at the same time, he held a batch of torpedoes in reserve. And the enemy, what is that, a cruiser? Is that the Hipper? He's in deep trouble. That is practically a point-blank range shot. And all it's going to take is 1 torpedo. And that's 4 kills for Grump. And here's the thing. There's only 7 players on the side here. Killing 4 out of 7 is pretty spectacular. But we're not done yet. We're about halfway through the video. Grump sees another opportunity. There's a heavy ship coming back through here. I believe that is the Japanese Terry cruiser, who is badly wounded. Grump puts out another spread of torpedoes. And yep, get some gunfire going. Doing a little bit of damage here and there, but ultimately 5-inch guns aren't going to sink a battleship. It's going to take a torpedo, and there we go. Kraken unleashed. Out of 7 enemy ships on this battle, Grump has killed 5. Grump has claimed the kill on everything that his team has sunk. Now, Grump would be the first to admit he wasn't the only one doing damage. A couple of these he just polished off. But just getting into a position where he can have influence on a battle like this is really impressive. And for that matter, Grump isn't twitching around the video as much as he usually does. Enemy has a cruiser and a destroyer left. Cruiser, I don't know where the cruiser is. The cruiser's all the way clear across the map. But there's the enemy destroyer. And he's in a little bit better shape than Grump. Grump can't quite get a look at him yet. Gotta close the distance. And we're going to find ourselves at rather long range. He's actually he just came into gun range for the Benson. And while, as an added bonus, Grump went ahead and assisted in capturing the other capture point. It is very hard, the way they portrayed the guns in American destroyers, it is very, very hard to score any hits at long range with U.S. destroyers. They have a very high arc and an extraordinarily long time of flight, far more so than in reality. Alright, friendly battleship engaging the last enemy cruiser. I think that's going to be enough to polish them off. Yeah, that was it. So just a destroyer left. We lost contact momentarily. We know basically where he was headed. So let's go back and charge in that direction, try and pick him up again. You know, one of the nice things about the Benson at Tier 8, the Japanese destroyer that always shows up is the Fubuki. Once you have torpedoes that exceed your detection range, gun firepower becomes so much more important. Because I can do the same invisible torp attack that the Fubuki can, and I want to have that close-in gunfight, knife fight ability, particularly when I'm going against a destroyer. Now, of course, this guy's going to be running for his life. He's not going to be closing in for the kill. Yeah, see, he's running. It is hard to hit a destroyer with destroyer guns in this. Now, the Soviet destroyers have a very flat gun trajectory compared to the Americans. But still, I mean, just look at the rate of fire. And Grump is getting some good hits. He's started a fire, doing a little bit of fire damage, and he uses his repairability to put the fire out. Grump's taking a couple of hits himself. But, you know, you maneuver and just hope for the best. Unfortunately, for Grump, is he going to get the kill? Well, take a look. His team holds both the caps. So they're gaining points at a very rapid rate. He's not worried so much about getting sunk as winning the battle before he kills this guy. Got another hit. And of course everybody else on his team is shooting at this guy too. And I presume one of the players has him illuminated with radar, which is why we can spot him in spite of his smoke screen. But, you know, like I say, very hard to hit a destroyer with the American destroyer guns at this long range. And yeah, they made 1,000 points before they were able to kill that last destroyer. Still, the Kraken unleashed on a 7-on-7 battle, killing 5 ships. That's incredible. 300,000 credits, 3,000 XP, 153 XP, 113 gun hits, 5 torpedo hits, 5 sunk. Not surprisingly, Grump came in at the top of the team with 2,300 XP. And I do believe that is the First Blood Award. Take a look. He was 3 times the most XP of the enemy team. And some of those, okay, 45,000 on the Turpets, yeah, that's not a kill steal. The Hipper, 9,000, that's a real kill. The Benson, 5,000, that's a real kill. 800 on the Kutuzov, yeah, that's a kill steal. Still, 147,000 credits, and a really well-played game. Grump, thanks for sending that one in. I am very impressed. Hope you enjoyed this episode of World of Warships. I'm your host, X-Brad TC. Like us and subscribe.